and I want to welcome you to Adasa's channel once again. So today we'll be talking about intellectual disability. Kí ni nǹkan tí à ń pè ní intellectual disability? Intellectual disability is when a child has limitation in their mental functioning, and they may also have limitations in some skills like social skills, communication skills, and also in taking care of themselves, like personal hygiene. So such a child may develop slowly compared to a typical child, compared to their peers. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú ọmọ ọdún méjì fún àpẹẹrẹ. Ọmọ ọdún méjì ó máa ń ní expectation tí àwọn òbí máa ń ní láti ara wọn. Ọmọ ọdún méjì yẹ kó ti máa rìn. Ọmọ ọdún méjì yẹ kó ti máa sọ̀rọ̀. Bí ò bá tiẹ̀ lè sọ̀rọ̀ kó já gere, at least ó yẹ kó ti lè máa sọ dada, mama. Ó yẹ kó ti lè máa sọ àwọn gbólóhùn sílébù kan bíi jẹ, mu, something like that. So irú àwọn ọmọ ọdún méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá tí lè sọ̀rọ̀, tó ṣe jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jókòó ni, irú ọmọ ọdún méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lè sọ pé ó ní intellectual disability. So irú àwọn ọmọ tó bá ní intellectual disability kì í ṣe wípé wọn ò ní lè kàwé rárá àbí wọn ò ní lè lọ sí ilé ìwé. Irú àwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀, they will be able to go to school, they will learn, but it's going to take some time. So it may take longer time for them to learn compared to a typical child. Now next, let's talk about what are the signs of intellectual disability. A child that has intellectual disability may sit, crawl, or walk later than typical child. So they find it harder to remember things. Irú àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọn kì í tètè rántí nǹkan, and such a child may not even understand the science that govern maths. They may not be able to add up 1 + 1 or 2 + 2. They may not even be able to do simple calculations. So how are intellectual disability diagnosed? Do not diagnose your child yourself. Take them to professionals. Take them to the nearest hospital. Take them to professionals. Let them diagnose. Let them run some basic tests. They diagnose child based on intellectual functioning and adaptive functioning. How their ability to learn things, their ability to pick things quickly, their ability to grab things, their ability to do additions, their ability to solve problems. They will observe them on an adaptive skills of functioning, like can they take care of themselves? Can they live independently as an independent member of the society? Can they live on their own? Can they survive on their own without the help of others? So those are the 2 ways that a child has been diagnosed for intellectual disabilities. Now let's talk about what are the causes of intellectual disability. First one is genetic condition. This is when a child inherits abnormal genes from the parent. It can lead to intellectual disability. When there is an error in combination of genes in the embryo, it can lead to intellectual disability. Number 2 cause is problems during pregnancy. So when a child does not develop properly in the womb, it may lead to intellectual disability. Number 3 cause is problems at birth. When there is less oxygen supplies to the brain of a child during childbirth. Tí ọmọ bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bí ọmọ tuntun, and tí ọmọ náà ò lè mí, there is lack of oxygen supply to the brain. Tọ́mọ náà ò lè mí dáadáa, tí ò lè mí sínú dáadáa, then that may result to intellectual disability because there is lack of oxygen supply to the brain. Then we have health problems. Diseases like whooping cough or measles, it may lead to intellectual disability when there is severity. So this is why doctors always advise you go to the hospital. If you see any slight changes in the health of your child, go to the hospital. Do not stay at home. Ẹ má lọ jókòó sílé kẹ́ máa sọ pé màá tó àgbo fún kẹ́ máa lọ get over the counter drugs. No. Take them to the hospital. Let them examine them. let them be examined by professionals, because if these diseases leads to severity, it may cause intellectual disability in a child. So kí ni nǹkan tá lè ṣe láti lè ran àwọn ọmọ tó ní intellectual disability lọ́wọ́? Now, key thing is patience. This is to teachers. Àwọn ọmọ mi wà tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá kọ́ wọn ní 1+1, before you know it, wọ́n ti mọ̀. A child with intellectual disability takes time to learn. So give them that time frame. Learn about their strengths. Ilé tẹ́ máa fi pariwo mọ́ wọn, máa sọ pé tẹ́ máa fi bú wọn. Do not do that. Be patient with them. You can ask them questions like, where are you having difficulty? What do you need explanation on? You can ask them such questions. And we have to be inclusive in our education system. Just because a child is smart, do not focus on such child. Do not give that child your attention more. Torí pé ọmọ yẹn mọ̀wé gan, so ẹ wá máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọmọ yẹn, ẹ máa pè wọ́n nínú class. Ẹ má ṣe nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Nítorí pé ó máa ń fa ọmọ tó ní intellectual disability sẹ́yìn sí i. So give your attention equally to all child in the class, so that kò ní sí favoritism in such class. And this is also to parents, because you are the primary giver of your child. Learn more about intellectual disability. If your child is diagnosed with intellectual disability, learn more about such intellectual disability. And also observe your kids. What is their strength? That is what you are going to build. And do not limit a child that has intellectual disability. Just because a child has intellectual disability does not mean that such child cannot go to school. Such child can go to school. Such child can learn too. Do not limit them. Such child will learn. It's going to take time. So that's why I said patience is number one thing. It's going to take time. Do not, I'm going to say it again, do not limit them. Take them to school. Be inclusive. Encourage them to do something on their own, to be independent. It's probably maybe eating on their own, drinking water on their own. So many caregivers and parents want, because a child has intellectual disability and they are slow in learning things, they want to spoon feed everything to them. They want to give everything to them. No, encourage independence. Give them that space to learn, to grow on their own too. That doesn't mean you will not be there. You are going to be there. You are going to encourage them. You can do it. And also celebrate their strengths. If they did something good, celebrate it. That will give them the opportunity to do more. Just because they are doing it later than their peers does not mean that you should not celebrate it. If your child started working at 2 years old because he or she has intellectual disability, I will encourage you, celebrate it. So when you celebrate them, it gives them the courage to do more on their own. And also find opportunity in the community to socialize. Just because your child has intellectual disability kò mean pé kẹ́ wá máa tì wọ́n mọ́nú yàrá, kò mean pé kẹ́ wá máa kẹ́kàn tan TV fún wọn, kẹ́kàn tì wọ́n mọ́nú yàrá rárá. Ẹ jẹ́ kán jáde, ẹ jẹ́ kán bá àwọn akẹgbẹ́ wọn ṣeré, ẹ jẹ́ kán lọ sí school tí àwọn akẹgbẹ́ wọn ń lọ. Because when they go to the same school as their peers, it may help them to strive more. It may help them to develop more, to want to do more on their own too. So torí pé ọmọ yín jẹ́ ó ní intellectual disability, ẹ má tì wọ́n mọ́nú yàrá, ẹ má limit ability wọn, ẹ jẹ́ kán jáde, ẹ jẹ́ kán socialize. Let them also build connections with others.